Well, I'm Adrian Ferrari. I'm an American missionary here in Mendoza, Argentina. I wanted to tell you a little bit about Gauchito Gil. Gauchito Gil is he was a man who lived in the early 1800s and was a gaucho. A gaucho here is just a cowboy. And he was a gaucho and unfortunately fell in love with the wrong woman, ended up running off and joining the military, leaving the military, and then being drafted back in to join in the Argentine Civil War. Didn't agree with what was going on in that Civil War and was a deserter. Well, as he did that, he was tracked down and they found him and were just trying to pretty much torture him. They wanted to kill him. And while this police colonel had him, after he finished torturing him and he was about to actually kill him, he told him, he's like, listen, my pardon is on its way, it's coming. By the time that I die, you will receive my pardon. And the police officer, the official, just laughed at him. Well, I don't believe that. And all of a sudden, this man comes running down the street and says, sir, your son is gravely ill. And Gauchito Gil looks at the officer and says, you know, your son is sick and he will die. But if you call upon my name, I promise you that I will save him. Again, the officer just kind of laughed at him and just didn't believe him. Well, he killed Gauchito Gil. When he got home, found out that his son was sick and was gravely ill. And he went and he called upon Gauchito Gil. He started praying to him. And all of a sudden, the next day, in a so-called miracle, he was all better. He was healed. And because of that, since the mid-1800s, I think about 1870 or so, Gauchito Gil has been a so-called saint to these people. People will flock to him. They do a pilgrimage run to where he was killed and just always pray on him for health and for safety and for miracles. And just, you know, as they're driving down the street, they say, okay, Gauchito, be with me. You know, and what's really sad about it is that these people are focusing on a man. They're putting their faith and trust in a man, when our faith and trust should be in Jesus Christ. You know, a lot of these people who are focusing on him are from the Vishas, from the slums in the area. And not all, but a lot of them are. And you'll see little monuments of these people here and there. They'll build them into their house. And what's sad is that a lot of churches won't venture into these Vishas because it's not safe. You know, it's just they're just afraid of what people are going to do, of being mugged, of being beaten, of being robbed. But they're people too, and they're in need of the gospel, and somebody needs to get in there and reach them. You know, and again, they need to know that their faith isn't an ordinary man. It's in the Son of God. It's in Jesus Christ, and that's why we're here. You know, our purpose here is to try to reach the lost and give them the gospel. Jesus Christ came down to save us, right? He died on the cross to save us, and you know, the Bible says that he died for everyone, not a certain class, not a certain race, not a certain people, and it's for us as well as those in the Vishas.
That is good. Thank you.